Hey guys, welcome back again to my channel. My name is MC. I make videos and vlogs for international students who want to study, settle, and explore the opportunities here in Canada. So if you haven't subscribed yet, make sure that you hit that red button below and don't forget to ring the notification bell so you don't miss any videos I upload every single week. And also, if you're not part of the SLE mentorship group, make sure that you check my description box because so you don't miss any free resources in there. You can talk to other fellow international students and get the exclusive access to all my school partners here. So I'll see you there. Okay, so in today's video, we're going to talk about the 5 common reasons of visa rejection. So I think this is very important to talk about or to discuss because most of you guys are now gonna apply for your student permit, and you just have to be cautious of this common reasons of visa rejection. Just a quick one that it's advisable to apply for your student permit ahead of time. If your intake is January, so it's advisable to apply for your student permit ahead of time, like 6 months before your intake. So that's why I'm making this video, because it's August, and if you're gonna go to school on January, then you should be ready to go right now. Okay, just a quick disclaimer that I'm not an immigration consultant, I'm not an immigration lawyer, I'm not an expert. So if you need an immigration advice, if you have any questions about your student permit and you're not sure on how to process your student permit, then I would suggest you go to an immigration consultant or an agency that could help you. Just make sure that they're legit, or just check their review if they have successfully processed any students from the past before opting for an agency or a consultant. So yeah, if you're one of the students who are applying for student permit, then keep on watching. So the first common reason of visa rejection would be insufficient family ties to home country. Not just your family, any ties to your home country. So what are these ties that you can use? First is, let's say, property. Second will be investments or any assets, and the third one, which is like the strongest ties that you can use, is your family. Let's say your spouse, your kid, or your parents. For example, if you don't have property, if you don't have assets yet, and you're applying here as a family, so let's say you're applying together, then I would suggest or maybe reconsider applying for student permit first, and maybe consider applying for open work permit for your spouse and for your kids later once your student permit has been approved. Why are you gonna do this? Because you wanted to use your spouse or your kids as your family ties, right? Because if you're gonna apply together and you don't have any property, you don't have a business, or if you don't have any assets to show to the visa officer, then they will think that you're not gonna go back to your home country. You're just gonna stay here in Canada after school. Most of my friends did that. So they did it and then it was successful, and after a while, after like few months, they applied for the open work permit for the spouse and student permit for the kid, and they were able to join the student. So that will be an alternative solution for that. And another one would be family ties in Canada. That's one of the common reasons as well of visa rejection. So that would be the opposite. So your family are living here in Canada. Let's say you have your sibling or your parents are they're Canadian citizen, like let's say, excuse me. So yeah, so let's say they're Canadian citizen and you're gonna live with them while you're studying. So this is one of the common reasons as well. So make sure that you clearly explain this in your study plan, that you're not gonna stay with them after school. You're gonna go back to your home country and you have a lot of plans after school. You're not gonna stay with them, and yeah, just make sure that you explain that clearly in your study plan. So our number 2 common reasons of visa rejection is the employment prospect in your home country. So what does it mean? So meaning that you don't have any jobs available after completing your program. So it doesn't make any sense to go to Canada and study. So how would you avoid this rejection? Number 1 that you can do is let's say if you're currently working right now with your company, and you can ask your boss or the owner of the company if they can offer you a higher position. Let's say if you're working as an administrator right now, and then after completing your program here in Canada, they will offer you another position, which is for example a regional manager, which is higher than administrator. Then that can be used as an employment prospect in your home country. So that's one of the examples. The second example would be having a business after completing your program. So for example, you're going to complete a program here in Canada, let's say business analytics or any IT programs, and your goal is to create or build a digital company in your home country. Then you can explain that in your study plan and attach a business plan that you did, or you can show to the visa officer that you did your market research, that after completing your program, your business plan will work out once you go back to your home country. They wanted you to go back to your home country, guys, if you notice, because the first reason is ties in Canada. They wanted you to go back to your home country. The second reason is employment prospect in your home country. So they wanted you to go back to home country. They don't want you to stay here in Canada after school. Give them all the reasons to go, that you are going back to your home country, and that will be your family, your job offer, or having a business in your home country. So the third common reason of visa rejection, and that would be travel history. So this is very common to all young individuals who don't have any travel history or travel stamp on their passports. They can't show the immigration officer that they have traveled from the past and they didn't overstay or didn't do, didn't violate any immigration rules in other countries. So they cannot show that to the immigration officer. The only thing that you can explain on this, and you have to explain this on your study plan again, it's very, very important, is that you just have to acknowledge there's a student permit regulation here in Canada that after a duration of your study, after completing, let's say you're going to take a 2-year program, after completing 2-year program, I am going back to my home country. I'm not going to overstay here in Canada. I'm not going to do anything stupid. So you're not going to say stupid, okay? You just have to say, and you just have to tell the immigration officer. I know it's very, very, very common sense. It's common sense, and yeah, why do I have to mention that on my study plan? Of course I'm gonna go back to my home country. Yeah, I know it's common sense, but then they wanted to reassure that you know the rules here, you know the immigration rules for having a student permit. They just want to hear it from you. So there's no harm of telling them, no harm of putting that in your study plan. And also another reason is not declaring your visa rejection from the past. So I've seen this in one of my students that got a rejection. She got a rejection because it says on the CAPE notes or the GCMC notes that she didn't declare the US visa rejection. That's why the visa officer doubted the applicant, that she's not telling the truth. So if you got a visa rejection from the past, I would highly, highly suggest to mention that on your study plan and explain the situation, what happened. Like, why did you get a visa rejection? I want to highlight this as well, that US, United Kingdom, Australia, and New Zealand, they share common database of their biometrics. So even though if you lied on your application and you didn't declare it, they can see it. They will see it. They will find it out. Don't lie and be honest on your application. So now we're down to number 4, and that will be financial insufficiency. So meaning you don't have any means to study here to Canada because you don't have money. so this one, you just have to make sure that you have the minimum fund in your bank account, or if you have a sponsor, you just have to provide all the proper documentation, guys. So if you haven't watched my video about proof of funds, it's right here. Make sure that you watch that because I explain how I provide my documentation on my finances, and for having a sponsorship, I mentioned that as well. The minimum requirement is 10,000 Canadian dollars for your cost of living plus the 1 year worth of your tuition fee. So let's say your tuition fee is 12,000. So you have to make sure that you have 22,000 minimum in your bank account for the last 4 or 6 months. You have to show a bank statement and then bank certificate. You can also show these finances through having a guaranteed investment certificate, which is the GIC. I have already explained that in this video. So make sure that you just watch that. And make sure that all your documentation should be authentic. So if you're getting a bank certificate or bank statement, make sure that you're not just uploading or not downloading from your online banking and then you're gonna submit this. You have to go to your bank and have it stamped. Otherwise, the visa immigration will not recognize it. Okay, just make sure that it's stamped by the bank. And one more thing, that at least show them more funds, not like 20 million or something. You don't have to show a lot. Just make sure that you have the minimum, and if you have more money, add more money on your bank account. So the more funds you have, the better. So now we're down to number 5, which is the common reason of visa rejection. One of the common reasons, and that will be the purpose of visit, meaning your study plan doesn't make any sense. You made a mistake on your study plan, okay? So some people just need to revise the study plan and make sure that they have everything. Actually, I have a study plan guide in my website, in my mentorship website. I have it here, or check my description box. I have it there. Make sure that you follow the steps or the guide, so you have a proper study plan. But one of the common reason here under this purpose of visit is choosing a wrong program. So for example, if you have finished a bachelor's degree before in let's say in business administration, and then you're gonna take a program here and diploma in business management, it's almost the same, and also it's downgrade. It's not the same level as the bachelor's degree, right? You're downgrading. So the visa officer doesn't see any logical reason for you to go back to school if you're just downgrading, right? And also, you have finished the same degree or the same field in your home country, meaning they're offering the same program in your home country. Why do you have to go back? Why do you need to go to Canada and take the same thing, right? So make sure you're not downgrading, and make sure that you're getting a specialized program if you're taking the same program or almost the same field. So make sure that you're getting a specialized program, you're getting a postgrad certificate or postgrad diploma. Those are the same level, academic level as master's degree, so you can take master's degree as well. And the only thing that I suggest is the student to take a diploma is when the past education is not related to the current work experience or the current job that they have right now. For example, I finished a bachelor's degree before in nursing, and then I switched my career to administrator, and I cannot take a postgrad diploma in accounting because I need to learn accounting 101 before moving to accounting 103, let's say. So that's why I have to take the diploma, so I learned the basics, right? That's why I had the visa approval. So just make sure that you take note of that. Make sure that you choose the right program aligned to your career, and yeah, and you'll be fine. And also, always mention in your study plan your end goal. Always focus on that. After studying, what will be your end goal? What are your goals? What will be your employment prospect? What's like the big reason of studying here in Canada? What would be the big reason for you to achieve this goal? So make sure that you mention that on your study plan. Every individual has a unique experience in life. Okay, so you cannot have a standard study plan. You just need to have a guide to follow. So I have it in my description box. Make sure that you check that one. And avoid copy pasting your study plan, because the visa immigration check every single study plan. They have read a lot, so they know if you copy paste it from Google or from someone else. So I hope you guys find this video helpful. If you like it, give it a thumbs up so more and more international students will see my video. And I'm hoping that you guys will get the golden email from the visa immigration officer. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you to the next one.